Hello everyone and welcome to Wednesday. Today we are starting off in Columbia, South Carolina, where we used to live. Not all that long ago, really. We came here really because we had some client work. Mal had been doing some client work and we just dropped it off with one of Mal's friends, one of our old co-workers from the school. But the beauty of being back in Columbia is that now that we are here, we can go hang out with Thomas, which is awesome, awesome, awesome. Triple awesome, that's what it is. So we're actually going to go see Thomas right now, and later we're going to be watching The Hobbit. For those who aren't aware, The Hobbit was shot at a higher frame rate than pretty much every other movie that you've probably ever seen. It was shot in 48 frames a second, whereas most movies are shot in 24. However, only certain theaters in the US are showing it at that high frame rate. One of the theaters is in Columbia. There was none near us. So, kind of like triple whammy here. Not only are we delivering client work, but we're also going to be able to see Thomas, and we're going to go see The Hobbit in a high frame rate. Let's go drop in on Thomas now. That's funny.
Why are you doing your job now?
We came over to Ruby Tuesday and had some lunch, and we're heading out over to see the movie. Thomas is not coming. Why are you not coming? Just because?
Yes.
Really? Oh, I'm sorry. Maybe no one will know this. Oh, well, you'll know this. You need to get that tightened.
Now you have a reason for your iPad.
Oh yeah, Thomas is an iPad. Dude, you should do that. That would be great. Please promise me you'll do that and take a picture and put it on Facebook?
No. Maybe Twitter.
Okay, I'm good with that. I'm okay with Twitter. Anyway, Merry Christmas to you, Thomas.
Merry Christmas.
Oh yeah, Thomas gave us a book. Books. She got 2 books because she's more likely to read them, and I got the eco novelization.
Let's be fair. She got 3 books.
That's what I was thinking.
You don't get anything. You've been bad and cold.
Anyway, it was good to see you again. We'll catch you.
It's good to see you.
Thomas might come to our, we're having like a little New Year's party. What?
Now you're pressuring me. Stop it.
Thomas will be there. Thomas told us he was going to definitely for sure be there. Your move, Thomas.
Smash the screen.
Aww. We just saw The Hobbit over half hour ago. We went to eat, but I couldn't eat because I didn't feel good. I guess that should be the first thing I talk about. First off, this will be spoiler free, so don't worry. But we saw it at 48 frames a second, 3D. And when I left, during the movie I was fine, but when we left there I started to feel really sick of my stomach. I started to get a really bad headache, and I felt really dizzy. And Mal wanted to eat something, so we stopped at a place to eat that was nearby. And when we stopped there, Mal got something to eat, but I couldn't. Like I couldn't eat. I just felt awful. And it's been about 30 minutes now, and my stomach's starting to feel better. My headache and dizziness are going away, but I still have them. So, just throwing it out right off the bat. And I don't know if that's 3D, because I don't watch a whole lot of 3D movies, or if that's the 48, or a combination of both. But I didn't handle it very well, and I'm only now getting to the point where I'm feeling okay, and hopefully I'll be able to get some dinner on the way home, because I didn't eat. Mal felt fine. Mal didn't have any kind of problems. That being said, my experiences with the 3D was fine. The 3D, actually that was Mal's first 3D movie. Mal, what did you think of the 3D?
Meh. It wasn't really anything special. I found the glasses hard to wear.
Well, it was also your first one. This is like my 3rd or 4th one. I don't see a whole lot of movies, but I liked it. I think this was probably the first film where I really felt like I could get used to 3D sticking around. Where I was watching stuff and I felt like it added a lot, and it wasn't really obtrusive. I really don't like wearing the glasses, but I don't mind wearing the glasses for 2 hours. So this was really the first time I saw 3D where I was like, I like 3D. I can be okay with 3D. Now, as for the 48 frames a second, I don't hard to explain, but as a film major, I was excited to see it because it was different. And it certainly is different. Now, some of the reviews I had read of the movie said it feels like a quote-unquote soap opera, because soap operas have historically been filmed at 30 frames a second. Sometimes it's also referred to as the home movie effect, because whenever you have like a home video camera, it's recording at 30 frames a second. Film is recorded at 24. The vlogs are recorded. This is being recorded right now at 24 because I like 24. And there's more and more cameras that are consumer cameras that can shoot 24, which I find really nice because I like 24 best. I like it over 30 because it gives it more of a film feel. So, if 30 is soap opera, you can only imagine what 48 feels like. It feels like off-the-wall bouncy craziness. I mean, whenever there's not a whole lot going on, when the camera's still, it feels like film because it's not moving a whole lot. But when there's a lot of action, especially right near the beginning of the film, like that was, especially being thrown into that, where it's like going all over the place, and it's like, man, hello, you are 48 frames a second. I got used to it really quick though, and it wasn't like, you know, I was watching the movie and the entire time I was like, oh, okay, get used to it. It took me like 10 to 15 minutes and then it was fine. The only problem was there were so many times where it felt fake.
That's what I was gonna say.
It felt not real. And the thing is, it's not that it is fake, it's just the way our minds perceive what film is. You know, when you grow up and you've been watching 20 or more years of movies at 24 frames a second, and you throw 48 at you, you're like, this isn't right, something's wrong. So it's not that something is actually wrong. It's not that filming it at 48 frames a second makes it feel fake. It's that our minds tell us it's fake, if that makes any sense. And Mal, what's your, I haven't let you talk. Obviously you said you agree with it feeling fake.
Yeah, especially like where there's stuff going on.
When there's a lot of motion?
Yeah. I guess my brain is telling me like, how can the camera capture all that?
I mean, it's really different. And it's like, I guess as a film major I can appreciate it. I'm sure as a film lover someone could appreciate it as well. It's just, it's really, like, if someone was just going to the movies and they were going to go see The Hobbit and the person at the front desk was like, you know, this is like the new viewing experience, and they went and saw it, they would hate it. They would absolutely hate it. So I don't want to say that you have to be a cinemaphile to appreciate it, because I don't watch a whole lot of movies, but I was excited just because, you know, it was something new. It's just, it's not there, I mean, it's really weird, because I know that if every film you'd ever seen had been 48, then that would look fine. It's not that you'd be like, oh, movies filmed at 48 are bad. It's just different. And it's different because you have been so trained that 24 is what you're supposed to watch. I don't really have anything else to like really add to it. I did get sick from it, definitely. And I am
Which is strange, because I get motion sick very easy.
And like I said, while I was watching the movie, A-OK, left the theater, oh my god, I felt like I was just gonna vomit everywhere. But I didn't, and I am feeling better, but it took like half an hour. So, would I see another 48 frame a second film? Yeah, I mean, I would.
It couldn't be action.
No more action. I mean, we haven't even spoke of the movie itself. The movie itself was great.
Yeah.
The movie was fantastic. This is coming from someone who has only ever seen the first 2 Lord of the Rings films and remembers nothing about them, because I wasn't really interested in them.
Never read the book, obviously.
Never read the book. No, nothing of the series, really. You can assume that I've just never seen them, because I don't remember it at all. So going into that and seeing The Hobbit, I was thrilled. I don't know if just time has changed me, where I'm more interested in the mythical stuff.
It felt like Skyrim.
There was a lot of things where I was like, Skyrim, it's just Skyrim. I don't know, the movie was fantastic. Don't not see the movie. if you're going to see the movie and you're worried, just see it in regular 24 and you're good. Or see it in 3D. It was good. I like 3D. If you don't like 3D, then you don't have to see it in 3D. But if you're not ready for a drastic change, probably not see the 48 frames per second version. But it was good. But there was definitely a few key times when it was definitely like, it jarred me. You know, and it wasn't even, in some cases it wasn't even where a lot of motion was going on, but just like the way they zoomed or panned the camera or something in the 48 really took me out of the movie viewing experience.
The cuts for me, they were quick.
There was one time where, if I mentioned this, it shouldn't be a spoiler, but whenever Bilbo and the dwarves are on the cliff face and we're zooming into just Bilbo's face, that one shot, like, all of a sudden I was like, what? Movie? What movie? Like, it took me, I was taken out of the film several times during the film because of it. It's just one of those things that even though all of that happened, I can't complain because I know that it's simply because I'm not used to it. It's not bad filmmaking. The movie was brilliant, it was great, I loved it, but it's going to take some getting used to. That being said, I would be willing to see another 48 film.
As someone who has read the books,
yep,
and seen Lord of the Rings series, all three, I really like how they combined them. In the beginning, I know you're not going to really get it, but it was really cool. Like, I was like, oh, look at this part.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to speak too much of the film itself, because then people are like, dude, spoilers! Which is stupid. But for the actual, like, I don't know, specifications of the film, there's my take on it. If you saw the film, comment, definitely. And if you saw the 48 version, definitely say something. I'd love to hear from you. Because,
no spoilers.
Yeah, and no one leave any spoilers, please. I want the comments to be spoiler-free. If you see spoilers, mark it as spam. And then as you go down in the comments, don't read the ones that are marked as spam, obviously. But yeah, I would love your input, especially if you saw the 48 version. Anyway, that was my Hobbit in 48 frames per second review. Let's be back tomorrow, shall we?